This weekend, I had a couple of moments that I pressed pause. I took a deep breath. I felt around, scanned my body for where I felt that moment. One, I felt really deeply in my heart. And one, I felt kind of the energy run through from one hand to the other, kind of an outstretched feeling. And the reason that I took that pause in that moment and performed that scan is because both of these moments, listen, we have a lot of time in our lives where we have to be in a certain place at a certain time, right? It's not our choice. It's our responsibility. Even if it's something that we love, it's not necessarily exactly where we want to be at this very present moment. But this weekend, I had two instances of enjoying exactly where I was, exactly at that moment. And the reason I perform that scan and try to maybe even lock it in with something that I can recall. So the expansive feeling felt like a golden ribbon from fingertip to fingertip. It was just this beautiful feeling of expansion and inclusion. And I want to be able to recall that. And by giving myself this physical cue, when I unfurl that golden ribbon and I breathe deeply as I did in that moment of memory, maybe I can physically bring that back, because just like trauma is stored in your tissues, like if you are in a car accident and you do not get trauma therapy, specifically for that accident, this happened for my mom. She was in a pretty bad car accident, and her body would feel the trauma even though her mind felt fine. She would literally clench up if she saw something startling on TV, or your body stores that trauma. And to release that trauma, you have to release it bodily through very specific exercises. And so the flip side of that is, if you experience something glorious, something moving, something heart expanding, don't you want to be able to recall that too? And not just a memory. A memory gets flat. It also gets twisted around. But a feeling, it's kind of like you smell that smell from when you're little and everything comes back. For me, it's honeysuckle, because we had a row of honeysuckle trees where I grew up, and I just remember running around and around and around the house and smelling that honeysuckle. So just like trauma is stored in your body, so can joy be. So can gratitude be. So I invite you today, first of all, if you have the happy incident of having something happen where you are exactly where you want to be in a moment, breathe it into your body. Come up with an image, a color, a smell, a feeling, so you can lock it in. And then later that day, or in a couple of days, test the experiment of bringing it back up through your body. Seeing if you could lock into that emotion once again and feel it. Not just recall it, not just be like, oh, I love that moment, but like really feel it come through. And all it takes is practice. Do it a little bit every single day. Try it a little bit every single day. Because the only way that you make these changes is by application every single day. And I will see you tomorrow.